morning, or afternoon actually, probably. What's the time? Yes, it's 1:30 in the afternoon. It's not the morning at all. I have had a busy day so far, so I walked this one as per usual. Got home, did dishes, taken washing off the line, vacuumed. I've been doing all sorts of things, edited yesterday's vlog, so I'm trying to be better. Seeing we're coming into, like, now we're in the downward slide towards Christmas, things are going to get more busy, so I need to stay on top of my editing, which I haven't been doing to this point. And now my camera battery is flashing. Yay! Let me fix that and I'll be back. Okay, here we are. We've got a fresh battery. So I have just finished my Vivid blanket squares. I have put them into wash. I have 16 of them. So it's going to maybe be a lap blanket. I do have some leftover bits of yarn, but none of them will make a whole new square. And yeah, that's basically, there's not much point. I don't really want to have mixed coloured squares, so I'm just going to leave it at the 16. I'll be able to join them with my yarn that I finished yesterday and put a border on. Hopefully we'll make it relatively big, at least a decent sized lap blanket. I have got my yarn from yesterday. So this has had a wash and a dry, and I did work it out this morning. I think my grist was 2041 yards per pound. It's approximately a fingering weight. I think I got about 13 or 14 wraps per inch. I couldn't find my wraps per inch tool, so I was trying to do it really roughly on just a ruler, which is not my favourite way to do it, but yeah, I can't find my tool, so yes, I have that. I got 117 yards on that, so it works out, if it's 26 grams, so if it was 100 grams of fibre, I think it was about 450 yards, so it's definitely kind of that fingering weight for this one. Probably light fingering is probably closer, but this will be perfect to go in my Cozy Memories blanket. Elvis is under my feet sniffing around. I don't know what he's doing. The other skein that I finished is still on the line. It was still damp after being hung out overnight. So I've just popped it back out because it is a very thick skein of yarn, so it's probably to be expected that it's taking a little bit longer to dry. So that is that. So the reason that I'm up here is I've actually pulled out my fibre and got it together finally for my Jaunty, am I saying it right now? Jaunty SAL, which is the spin along, knit along that is happening for Andrea Mowry. I've got them here, that's why I'm looking away from you. And I've put them together, and I really don't think the braids that I thought I was going to combine are going to work, because one is very cool toned and the other one, I mean, they're both kind of cool toned, but one of them's a little bit, ooh, I don't know. I don't like them together, I don't think. I was going to do 2 braids, potentially 3, but I don't know that I like these together. I'm going to have to message Azra and see what she thinks, because I don't think I like them together. So this is Mushrooms, which is one that I would have shown you the other day when I went through my spinning fibre box, and then this is Sugared Almonds. And I was thinking of doing, I think, a ply of each and then plying them together, but I don't think I like it. I just don't think I like the blue with these, like the warmer tones, because it's quite a warm grey, a warm sort of peachy orange, and I just don't think I like the blue with that, because I thought these lighter bits of orange would kind of fit with these, but I don't think it does now. So I think I've changed my mind, which is fine because I do have a second braid of this, so I can just make it 2 braids of mushroom for my Jaunty SAL. I think that's what I want to do, because yeah, I really don't think I like the sugared almonds. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to send a photo to Azra and see what she thinks, but I'm pretty sure I'm probably just gonna go with the mushrooms. Yeah, I'm really not that keen on the blue, because the grey that's in here is almost like I don't think it's picking it up on the camera, at least it's not in my viewfinder, but in real life it looks a bit purpley, I mean, that spot there, you might, if my camera's picking up properly, this bit here, just up here, is quite purpley. So I don't, yeah, I think I'm going to stick with just the mushrooms on their own. But what I might do is I'll send Azra a photo, and then I can just start spinning one of these, because I know regardless of what I choose to do, I am going to have to spin one of these. So I'm going to start with that, I think, this afternoon. So as I said, I think I'm going to rip bits of this off, because Kathy braids her fibre, so I can't, it's not going to be very easy for me to show you what I'm intending. So I'm thinking I'm going to spin from the fold, which will jumble up the colours a little bit, because like if I take, I don't know if I'll be able to get a staple length without undoing a lot of this. Let's see, there we go. Yeah, so like if I was to spin this from the fold, it's going to go over my finger and it's going to come off the end here, so we're going to get a little bit of blending of like the grey and the peach. But what I might do is, because I am going to be at least using one of these braids of mushrooms, I might just start spinning it from the fold, see how the colours come out, do a little bit of a test and see what I think. I mean, what could be interesting, it's going to be a bit weird because one would be a woolen and one would be a worsted kind of, because this would, like, this is top, right, if you're not a spinner. Just to explain, this is top, so all of the fibres are aligned. By putting it over my finger and taking it from the tip, I'm actually kind of muddling up those fibres. They're basically being folded in half, and that will put a lot more air in the, because I'm looking for more of a woolen, airy yarn, because it's, you know, it's for a scarf. Woolen, more airy yarn actually traps more heat, it's more insulating. So I could potentially do one ply woolen spun and one ply worsted spun if I don't like the look of the way the colours are working, but I don't know if that's really allowed. If you are a spinner, is that allowed? Am I like doing an illegal move by doing that? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna try spinning this and see what happens. So I'm gonna stop yapping and I'm gonna start spinning. And Elvis is very needy right now. He is got his head on my leg. I don't think I'm gonna be able to show you guys without him moving. What are you doing? Alright, let's get on to some spinning and see how I go. Oh, and I didn't say, I'm going to try and aim for a 2-ply DK weight, I think. I was going to do 3 plies. I mean, I could do 3 plies, couldn't I? With the blue as a ply, along with 2 plies of the mushrooms. I really need to know what you guys think. Put it in the comments, please. Please, 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 please comment and let me know if I'm being crazy or not. I mean, I know I'm definitely being crazy, but please let me know what you think about all these madcap plans. But anyway, I'm going to start spinning on this one. So I will talk to you later. Alright, so I've been doing this from the fold, and I'm trying to do it long backwards draft. I haven't been showing it because I'm not very comfortable with it yet. This is only my second project I've ever done with a long backwards draft. So I'm trying to do a woolen prep, or a more woolen prep by doing it from the fold, plus I'm doing more of a woolen spun drafting method. So yeah, I am here. But I've basically done some and I've pulled it back out and just done a ply back test on it. It's a bit puffy. It's a bit thick and thin because I'm not very consistent on the long backwards draft, but I think it's like, it's quite nice. It's not falling apart, enough twist in it. And probably looking at that, that's probably at least a sport to DK as it currently is. I think I'm getting around 18 to 20, I think, on my control card. With my single, I'd probably like to go thinner than that, but it's just getting myself dialed in again. And I will just take the camera off and I'll show you how the colours are working. Colours are working kind of as you would expect, like it's spiraling the orange with the grey, and it's actually quite pretty if I can get closer. So it's actually quite pretty the way that's coming together, but I'm not sure how that's going to work in the final yarn. So yes, that's how I'm kind of travelling at the moment. But I'm just going to continue. Going to try and get my muscle memory working again for the long backwards draft. This chair is a little bit annoying because it's got like this big back on it. But yes, I'm just making sure. The last time I tried a long backwards draft, I didn't put enough twist in and it just kept falling apart. So I'm trying to be more conscious of getting more twist into my yarn. And this is, I'm still working on the first little bump that I pulled off. So we'll see how we go. I'm going to continue spinning and maybe I will show you some of it a little bit later once I'm a bit more comfortable. Okay, I think I'm starting to get the muscle memory going. I'm going to show you my bobbin so far. Alright, so I've gotten this far. You can see because I'm spinning from the fold, it's a bit fuzzier than it would be if I was doing a worsted spin. But I'm kind of beginning to get a little bit more consistent. I think I'm getting around 20 to 22 on my control card here, so I'm up around this sort of area, which if I do a 2-ply, yeah, that looks really pretty up there. Yeah, so I think if I do a 2-ply, I'm probably getting sport to DK at the minute, but I'm happy to go up to worsted, so I think I might end up doing 3 plies. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe what I'll do is I will do my two mushrooms and then just do a little plying test, just like ply some of it up together as a 2-ply, take it off, wash it, see what it does, and then if I want to add that 3rd ply I can. So that's kind of where I'm at the minute. So I don't really have enough space here, I think, to show you what I am actually doing, which is a bit frustrating, and Elvis will not leave me alone today for some reason. But I'm going to pull a bit more of this off because I'm up to my next piece. So what I've been doing, this is quite a lot of fibre, so I've just been like dividing it roughly in half and just doing like each staple in half because it's a bit less to manage, and I'm finding I'm getting less tangles because obviously this is all very new to me. I'm not really experienced with long backwards draw or spinning from the fold, so this is kind of a learning thing as well. So I'm finding this a little bit better to manage by splitting just the full braid in half. I've just got it laying over my lap, so I know which direction I'm pulling my fibre from. So I might see if I can adjust my camera so that you can see what I'm doing. Like I said, I don't have a lot of space, but we'll see how we go. We might be okay at this angle.